It was a couple days before 4th of July, and I needed to get fireworks for the kids still. I was at work. Closest fireworks stand was right there in the parking lot. I was just standing in line, and a little fella came over to me and kept pulling on my shirt. He was just a little Hispanic man that didn't speak any English, and he'd just yabbering stuff at me that I couldn't understand, but kept grabbing me by my arm and trying to pull me, and I really didn't know, what this guy's problem was. And I finally went with him, and he pointed around the corner of this slatted fence that you couldn't see through, and then the guy was laid out right there on the ground. Didn't have a pulse on the guy. There was no chest respiration. I mean, there was nothing there. So I rolled him over and started doing chest compressions. Really, I debated whether or not to give him any rescue breaths without that barrier. Absolutely, I thought twice about it. While I was sitting there pondering, okay, do I do this, do I do this, do I do this? And then I just did. I felt, a rising of the chest, so I think it was effective. I felt the pulse come back. It was very weak, and he kind of started to twitch again. And then the pulse went away. I think the Salem Police Department was the first one there. And the two officers moved me to the side, took over the chest compressions. The fire department got there and run an IV on him and took over the CPR. And I'm assuming that there was no pulse, no respirations while they were working on him as well. But again, I don't know what they pushed, what kind of medication it was. But between that, as soon as they pushed that in there, within a minute, if that, this guy sat straight up and no problems. And just dazed, but looking around, asking where he was, what was going on. I wasn't dead, I was sleeping. That's what he kept saying. He kept saying, no, I wasn't dead. I wasn't dead. No, you were dead, sir. And I remember the paramedics, no, sir, you were dead. I mean, there was nothing wrong with this guy at that point. I don't know how they did it or what they did, but, they finished it and got him sitting up, and I think he walked to the police car by the time I was leaving. My family is we're very close. So my family's reaction, was it was very proud, but it was kind of nonchalant. My daughter said, "Dad, you've always been one of those. You've always been that guy," And I think my wife probably said something along the same thing. My dad truly was a hero. He didn't do CPR on anybody, but he would have in a heartbeat. He was my hero, really. If there's still a fighting chance for anybody, and you've got a skill set that will allow you to do it, I think you better do it. If someone came to me and asked if they were thinking or told me that they were thinking about taking a CPR class, a first responder class, I'd give them the thumbs up, because it might be me laying on the ground there someday, and I might just be real thankful that they had.